Shalom, shalom. Y'all Bashim, y'all Shabbat Brakatah, all the brothers. Y'all Shamal, Bashim, y'all Shad, all the sisters. We the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Hunter. And what we teach is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel according to the Bible. You understand? And we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. If it is not of the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, it is not of the Most High. You understand? If you got any questions, go ahead and type them into the chat. Got any questions, go ahead and type them into the chat. All right, so look like anybody really got no questions for me today. So we're just gonna get right to it, man. So, one of the things that's really been plaguing black people for the past 150, 400 years is, and more so today, in this day and age than 100 years ago, is here lately we forgotten how to be a family. You understand? And we come from, I remember reading statistics about marriage of pre-civil rights and post-civil rights in the black community. And pre-civil rights, it was like, black people used to get married. I'm paraphrasing the number. If somebody wants to type the correct numbers into the chat, that'd be Tawab. But, I'm estimating, but it was around, black people used to get married and stay married at a rate of 83%. We had an 83% marriage, getting married and stay together rate prior to civil rights, prior to the civil rights movement, prior to the feminist movement. We got married and we stayed married. You understand? It wasn't none of this makeup and breakup, going from man to man. That, none of that was going on back in the 50s and the 40s. You understand? Black women used to walk down the street wearing long dresses, came past their knees. You understand? That's why I don't understand why a sister thinks she gotta, dress damn near in duct tape and rubber bands just to get a man's attention, because them sisters was getting brothers' attention back in the 50s. You understand? So, with that being said, you understand, a lot's changed since then. Because now, after the feminist movement, after the civil rights movement, you understand, now black people get married and stay married. And, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's around 12%. That means out of 100% of the population, only 12% of us get married and stay married. 12%. Only 12% of us stay together. Only 12% of us are actually loyal to each other, are actually down for each other. Only 12%. That means that 88% of the black community hates each other. You understand? 88%. You understand? Look at a black woman and just think, oh man, I just can't wait to just pass you off to the next man. You understand? Like, think about like today. Like, we live in times where we got apps on the phone where you can download apps and go sleep with a woman and throw her away, get back on the app and find another woman 45 minutes later. You understand? We live in an era where promiscuity is the new currency. You understand? Where if you're not being promiscuous, you looked at as a lame. You understand? You viewed as an outcast in society. You understand? Like if you a woman who has never had sex, if you 20 years old, 25 years old, and you've never had sex with a man, never had sex with anybody, because, I got to clarify these days, because some of these sisters are swear they virgins and had all types of, what they call it, the dildos and bull daggers all in their dorm rooms. You understand? Talking about they virgins. According to what Esau considers to be a virgin. Of course, in the UPK and according to the Bible, a virgin is nothing more than a young woman of marriageable age. I mean, a young woman who is ripe for the picking. Not necessarily a young woman who's never been touched. A young woman can get married and, and some god-awful reason her husband ends up passing away early. She's still a virgin. You understand? Till she get too old, she's still a, Michael Jackson used to call him PYT, pretty young thing. That's a virgin. You understand? So the thing is that, we live in a society where, the Christian church got a stranglehold on the black community, and has maintained a continuous stranglehold on the black community for over 150, 200 years, 400 years, even during slavery. You understand? And so the thing is that the Christian church, they don't teach you the laws of the Bible. They don't teach you how to deal with each other. You understand? Not only that, but you also had the introduction of the feminist movement. The whole goal of the feminist movement was to dismantle the nuclear family. The nuclear family meaning you got your husband, you got your wife, and you got your kids. That's a nuclear family. You understand? That's what you call a nuclear family. I don't know what the term is for any other kind of family, but nowadays you do have different kinds of families. Nowadays you got mother, two moms and a kid, and two dads and a kid. You got all type of weird stuff going on out here. You understand? You got some families that's got, I don't know, two moms and a dad. Well, two dads and a mom, and all types of debauchery going on out here in these streets. You understand? So when the feminist movement was implemented, you understand, it began to unravel the minds of black women to the point where black women became the voice of the feminist movement. You understand? Black women became the muscle of the feminist movement. You understand? Meanwhile, what was the point of the feminist? Now, if you ask me, I'm not saying I'm a sexist, but if you ask me, right? If a woman, if I'm a car mechanic, my job is to change tires, and I make $15 an hour just to change tires, right? And they hire a woman to change tires. She can change them. She probably do a better job than me, but she can change tires. If she in there doing the same job, she should get the same pay. That's just fair. Because you're not paying based on sex, you're paying based on the job. You understand? Now, where the feminist movement robbed black women is this. The feminist movement had black women thinking they don't need a man. You understand? They don't need a man. They want equal pay. They want equal this. They want equal that. They want to be able to go to the moon. They want to be able to join the military. They want to do this and they want to do that. Meanwhile, they still with their man. They still with their man. They still need their man. They like you drinking the Kool-Aid that we made, but we ain't drinking the Kool-Aid because the white women know that her man is her hedge of protection. And the feminist movement was used to take away or get black women to push away their hedge of protection. You understand? So now if your hedge of protection is your man, and your man is pushed away, you understand, through whatever reasons, you understand, whether you justify it in your mind as being his fault or not, whatever reason your husband is pushed out of the house, guess what? Now your entire house is in jeopardy and you don't even know it. You understand? See, here's the thing. It's real easy to feel secure if you're in a life raft in the middle of the ocean and it's pitch black. You can feel some sense of security at certain times in a situation like that. But if you was to shine a light under that water and see what's under there circling around you, you understand, you would probably die from shock at realizing what type of threat you really face. You understand? Because you face a real life threat out here without a man in the house. You face a real life threat. And if you don't think that threat is going to come knock on your door one day, well, let me tell you something. Have you heard of the movie Rosewood? That was a true story. You understand? And guess what? They was rounding up black men. Imagine this. Imagine you've been a monster all your life, right? You got 6 different kids by 8 different baby daddies. You understand? And you got 3 of them in prison for child support. You don't currently have a man, but you're sleeping with a sugar daddy, and and you're sleeping with a sugar daddy, and and you got a man who thinks he's your boyfriend, but he also think you hoeing on him, and you sleeping with your sister's boyfriend. You understand? And you got all these kids. You ain't got no control over not one of them. You got your 16-year-old son, and all of a sudden, you got these rednecks kicking in your door, dragging your son out the house because your son allegedly raped one of their daughters, which was the motivation for a lot of the murders of black people throughout history. You understand? And if you don't believe me, go read the manifesto of Dylan Storm Roof. Dylan Storm Roof was the guy that went into the church in Charleston, and one of the reasons why he went into that church in Charleston to shoot people, to purposely shoot black people, was because he claimed that black men were raping white women. You understand? Because in the white man's mind, a lot of them think that, you understand, if you having sex with a white woman, you raping them. They consider that rape. You understand? So imagine if these devils come kick your door in, drag your 16-year-old son out in the street. What are you prepared to? Matter of fact, who are you going to call? Who are you going to call? You can't call his father because he in prison for child support. Who are you going to call? And then your only hope is to go out there swinging. What you think they're going to do with you? You understand? Scriptures say, how can you enter into a strong man's house without first binding the strong man? Nowadays, they don't have to bind the strong man. All they had to do was empower the black woman. You understand? Give her a position that she was not meant to have. And here's the debauchery in all of it. Here's how diabolical the feminist movement is. Who in this class knows who Madam C.J. Walker is? Somebody in the class, break down to me who Madam C.J. Walker is. Just keep it simple for those who don't know. Esau make the worst coffee. Tell him put sugar in it. Ain't no sugar. Who in here knows who Madam C.J. Walker is? Somebody got to know. I know one of you sisters know. Somebody got to know. Who in the hell is Madam C.J. Walker? Who is this nigga talking about? Kazak Shapar, you understand? You got it. Okay, let me clarify something, Kazak Shapar. All right, because I don't want to understate what that sister actually did. She was not the first black millionaire in America. She was the first millionaire in America. Period. She was the first millionaire in America out of all the nations that live in America. You understand? Meaning she achieved something that a white man had yet to achieve. You understand? She was the first millionaire in America. You understand? And so here's the deal with Madam C.J. Walker, right? She was a woman, right? You understand? The whole point of the feminist movement was to stop the oppression of women. But yet, Madam C.J. Walker is a woman, and she became the first millionaire in America. You understand? And guess what? It was at a time where black women were supposedly oppressed. See, here's the thing. Black men never oppressed black women. We never did that. We didn't have to. Hell, we lived in an age where we needed the extra. Oh, baby, you want to get a job? Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I appreciate that because your boy's struggling over here. You understand? Do your thing, baby. You understand? So the thing is that, you know, black men, even back in those days prior to the feminist movement, we gave a lot of support to our black women. If our wife wanted to go start a business, damn right. You understand? We applaud a sister for, you know, our real for even thinking of such a thing back prior to the feminist movement. You understand? So what oppression was the black woman running from? See, the feminist movement, they somehow made it to where they a lot of their rhetoric was just the simple fact, the simple thing of bearing a child was considered to be oppression. They considered to be oppression that a woman could get pregnant. They consider that to be oppression. You understand? That's why so many feminists are lesbians. You understand? That's why a lot of feminists are male homosexuals, sodomites. You understand? So the feminist movement has driven a wedge between the black man and the black woman to the point where the black woman seeks a position that she could not even handle if she was to have that position. You know, some people that you just don't give certain power to. You understand? Like, you know, if I had a 5-year-old son, he would not determine what he eats for breakfast and dinner. I would, or his mother would. He would not have the power, because if you give a 5-year-old the power to determine what he eats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it'll be gummy bears, ice cream, fruit roll-ups, and cookies. Your child will be toothless, obese, and dead by the time he's 10. If you give him the power to decide those things. You understand? And if you give a woman the power to over a household, then that household is going to collapse in on itself. Because there is no structure. There's no order. That's why a lot of you know, any cat that done been in the streets will tell you. The reason why cats end up in the street is because there ain't no father at home. and your mother can't teach you to be a man. You understand? Your mother can't teach you codes of honor that you have to respect as a man. A woman can't teach you that because a woman don't even understand that. You know, hell, you tell a woman, I got to go do this. I gave this brother my word I was going to do this, so I got to go do it. She don't give a damn about that. She be like, man, damn that. Like, baby, you crazy. I got to honor that, man. I ain't about to turn my back on that, man. You crazy as you look. But in her mind, it makes perfect logical sense for you to ignore honoring your code to spend time with her. It makes perfect sense. You understand? It makes perfect sense. To a sister in the world, it makes perfect sense. You understand? So, out here in these streets, man, you got young men, 13, 14, 15 years old. By the age 12, 13, a young boy can look at his mama and know that there's nothing more that you can teach me about life. Everything there is for me to learn, I'm either going to have to experience this on my own or go out here and find me somebody in the street to run with and learn that way. By the time your child is 13 years old, your little boy is 13 years old, that man done checked out. That is a young man. There ain't nothing you can teach him. Because the things that you teach him is not reality for him in the streets when he goes outside and he has to present himself as a man. So he learns how to be a man from the streets because he is a man. He knows that he has to be a man, and he knows that the only way for him to learn how to be a man is to be amongst men. You understand? And see, a lot of women need to face the reality that the reason why you don't have a man is because you hate men. You hate men for having the authority that they have. You hate men for having the freedom and the ability to make decisions the way they do. You hate men. You envy men. And that is why you do not have a man. Because you wish to be the man. You understand? Instead, you got the easiest, all you got to do is listen to the man. All you got to do is submit to the man. We the ones got to face the whole world. We the ones that got to put our lives on the line to keep you alive. Y'all got it easy. All you got to do is sit down, shut up, cook something, be quiet. Notice I said shut up and be quiet. You understand? Y'all got it easy. But listening to society is why life is so hard for a black woman. Because you don't follow the Most High. And black men, we don't follow the Most High either. Because honestly, if black men was righteous, if all black men was to turn righteous tomorrow, 90% of these sisters out here will never get a man. Because the scriptures say, a wicked woman is given in portion unto a wicked man, and a righteous woman is given unto him that feareth the Lord. So if you're a wicked, evil monster, the streets is gonna have you. You understand? You're not gonna have a man. You're gonna belong to the streets. You understand? Or the man that you end up with is gonna be a worse monster than you. You understand? Now we're gonna get into some things, man. I read this article today. I'm gonna bring out this article. You know, I read this article today, and I was flabbergasted. You understand? But I was not surprised. You know, I was flat. I was disappointed when I read this article, man. Well, I'm gonna read the title of this article. It says, "Baby dies after father's car is hit on purpose by child's mother," Atlanta police say. And it's a short article. I'm gonna go ahead and read this article. It says Atlanta police are investigating a car crash between two parents that killed their infant girl, authorities said. About 7 p.m. Monday, officers responded to a two-vehicle crash on Chapel Road near Easton Street in northwest Atlanta, police said. When officers arrived, the infant and the child's father were both injured inside one of the cars. Since they were taken to a hospital where the girl died, police said. Channel 2 Action News reported that she was 3 months old. The child's father was also taken to the hospital where he is stable. I'm going to tell you something. That father is not stable. That father is not stable. You understand? Because a lot of people like to think black men is just cold-hearted pieces of beef jerky walking around in the streets. Like we just ain't got no feelings. Like we just supposed to take whatever women throw our way. But listen, man. We love our children, man. Righteous black men, fathers, men who are actually fathers, man, we love our children, man. And I tell you what, so much to the point where the men around you love your children just like they're their own children. Like the brothers in the UPK, man. This is why I love the UPK. This was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen since being in the UPK. A lot of people talk trash about the UPK. You know, they say we off on about things. We don't know what we talking about. We hard on women and this and that and blase, blah. Okay, all right, no sweat. That's how you feel, no problem. But I remember my first Passover. Matter of fact, every Passover. I'm going to use the last Passover as an example. The last Passover, anybody who's been to the last Passover, you know that was a large and glorious event. Like that was a major event. Like we brought the whole city down. I think it was over, I don't even know how many people was in the building. All I know is that thing was slam packed from top to bottom, left to right. You understand? It was a huge, beautiful event. I swear it was probably about 3,000 or 4,000 people in. I don't know how many people was in the building. It felt like the NBA championship. You understand? That's how many people was in the building. And everybody kids was running buck wild all over the Passover. And you know what? Not a hair on any of them children's head got hurt. In fact, you know, you might mess around and see your son in the arms of a brother who you never met before. And that brother is holding your son and taking care of your son as if it's his own son. You understand? I was carrying kids. I don't even know who kids they was. I was carrying kids at the Passover. You understand? And playing with kids. And I don't even know who kids. I've never even seen the kids before in my life. But they was at the Passover. They had the garments on. And it was beautiful, man. And the thing is, and if anybody would have walked in there and tried to harm one of them kids, the entirety of the Passover would have fell on them. I guarantee you. it would have been a bad day. Because that was the safest place for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the world that night. It was a beautiful thing. You understand? So the love that a father has for a child, you understand, it's insurmountable, man. And black fathers don't get enough credit. You understand? Like, black fathers don't get enough credit, man. Because it's brothers, I see the brothers in the UPK, man. I don't have any children yet of my own. You know, Lord allow, you know what I mean? Coming soon. Not as I can bar the sequel. You understand? But nevertheless, you know, I see the sacrifices. I see the love, you understand, that these brothers have for their children, man. And I can't imagine losing your 3-year-old child, you understand, over something so stupid, so dumb. 3-month-old baby, that's a baby, man. You understand? So that father is not stable, man. He might be stable as far as his heart rate and his brain activity and no internal bleeding. But mentally, man, this cat right here, man, he needs some brotherhood right now. I'm going to read on. It says, investigators believe the father had placed the infant in his vehicle and was beginning to drive away when the child's mother intentionally struck his vehicle with hers. Police said the woman has been detained by the police. Salakia. It says homicide detectives are investigating the case, but no further information has been released. See, this right here, you know, it's a heartbreaking story I wanted to bring out, man. It's a heartbreaking story. Now, it's in Atlanta. I mean, we can probably guess at what happened. You understand? We can probably guess at what went down. Give me 1 second here. All right, so we can only imagine at what happened. You understand? We can only imagine. Being that this sister is the type of sister that'll drive her car into the vehicle where her child is, we're gonna go ahead and go out on a whim and say that this woman has no self-control. She don't know how to shut up, because as soon as somebody tries to shut her up, she probably reacts violently. You understand? The brother probably doesn't want to be with her anymore, or maybe has moved on and found another woman. You understand? Or has another woman. She probably just ain't, you know what I mean? You know, all different types of reasons. But whatever the reason is, this woman drove her car into the vehicle where her own child was. Out of rage. That took rage to do. That was a moment of blind rage where nothing mattered. That's the thing about black women. When that demon hit them, nothing matters but what they mad about. But they anger at the moment. Like, nothing matters. Like, You seen anybody watch The Grill the other night? You see the video of the sister that put the gasoline inside the brother's car and lit the brother's car on fire and about blew a whole lace front off. You understand? Like, sisters is going wild right now. You understand? Sisters is out here going wild right now. You can't blame that on black men. You understand? Just like, you can't blame black men for the actions, for your crazy actions. You understand? Some of these sisters, you know what I mean? In all honesty, they are feminists and they're trying to rule over these men, but they're going about it in a masculine way. Like, first of all, here's I'm gonna give you some facts, right? As a black woman, you understand? If you want something from your man, if you want him to do something for you, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you a little secret. Put you on game. You have already built in all the tools that you need to get whatever it is that you want from your man. You already got it. You got it. You have it. You was born with it. You got it. And we want it. You understand? But here's oftentimes the problem. Instead of using your feminine wiles, which is your gift from the Lord, to sway decisions, you tend to meet us with aggression. And the problem is that may work once or twice with some men. Some men it get cut short immediately. Some men nip it in the bud instantly. You understand? Like the brothers in the UPK. That do not fly. You understand? Some brothers might let it slide once or twice just to see how far you're gonna go with it. But then some brothers, they become with the world. I know they in the world they call them beta males. You understand? Damn near homosexuals. You understand? The weak men, the yes men, and all that, blah 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 blah. And the thing is that a lot of women think that they supposed to get what they want through acts of aggression. And I mean, here's the problem with that. If you like, I've been in a relationship with a woman where, you know, she actually put hands on me. Now, anyone who's ever seen me in person, you know, I'm not a tiny guy by any means. You know what I mean? So, you know, and you know, while it was going on, you know, of course, I'm like, you know, babe, you know, why don't you chill out, man? You gonna hurt yourself. You know, I know you're mad, but you know, go ahead and chill out, man. Before you end up breaking your wrist or something, just chill, man. You know what I mean? I used to box, so you know, a punch in the face to me don't quite register the same as a average cat. You know what I mean? So you know, a punch in the shoulder, a punch in the chest, like you really got to come with it to get my attention. So, you know, I done been there. And I've seen when you try to meet a man with aggression and all he does is just like, you know, babe, this ain't working for you. You know, you need to chill out. And it only escalates because you can't be controlled. Because all you got to do, instead of trying to force me to not go nowhere, why don't you just go put something sexy on? Show a little thigh meat. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to tell you something, I get a glance of that thigh meat and I'm like, you know what? NBA 2K with the fellas don't sound all that good no more. You understand? I think I might have to stand down. You understand? When all you did was went and change outfit. Instead, you out here punching me up because I'm about to go play 2K. You understand? I'm sure. I don't know. I might be the only brother that done been through something like that, but it's as simple as that. You understand? And so all these acts of violence and these acting out in violent ways by women, you understand? It's really because nobody, just like how nobody taught black men how to be men, nobody's teaching black women how to be women. You understand? And that's why I thank the Most High for the ISUPK. Because prior to coming into the ISUPK, hell, I thought I was a man. I thought I was a man. Until I came into the UPK and I was raised to be a man. You understand? As a grown man, I had to be taught how to be a man. You understand? And you got to humble yourself to even begin that process. You understand? You got to look at your situation, look at yourself, and be like, you understand? Is this what it's come to? You understand? Is this what it boils down to? You understand? And it's a sad thing that this 3-month-old girl had to die, man. You understand? And in the ISUPK, man, we not hard on black women. We love black women, man. We love black women. Because let me tell you something. Being hard on a black woman will keep her out of jail for murdering her own daughter. You understand? Will keep her from running her car into my car, having me in the hospital, you know what I mean, with fighting back tears from knowing that my 3-month-old baby girl is dead because of you. You understand? So I'm gonna give you something, man. I want you to go to Job chapter 39. I want you to go to Job chapter 39, verse 16. Job chapter 39, verse 16. It says, she is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. You understand? Think about that, Ryan. Let's break that down. She is hardened against her young ones as if they were not hers. You understand? Think about what the feminist movement, one of the biggest things the feminist movement pushed in black communities was abortion. You understand? Abortion. So what's some of the rhetoric that they speak of when it comes to abortion? They try to justify abortion by saying, "Oh, it's not a baby; it's a growth. It's just cells. It's a puff of cells. It's not even a human being." You understand? They try to say it's not a living thing, even though it got a heartbeat, it got a brain, it got a blood type. You understand? That little thing in there thinking about stuff. Like, what is this? Where am I? What is happening? This is interesting. It's warm in here. I like it this temperature. You understand? So, it says she is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. You understand? Her labor is in vain without fear. And let me tell you something. That sister drove that car into that other car with no fear. And guess what? And it was all for nothing. It was all for nothing. That girl that set that brother's car on fire, guess what? She did that thing with no fear. Now, granted, so some fear was put into her, you know what I mean, after she almost blew a whole lace front back. You understand? Her labor, she did that with no fear. Without no fear of going to jail. She didn't care about none of that. She didn't care about going to jail. She didn't care about nobody dying. She didn't care about getting a lace front blown off. She didn't care about none of that. She had no fear. I'm going to read on, verse 17. It says, because God have deprived her of wisdom. You understand? These women is having abortions, just this destroying their households. The Lord has deprived them of wisdom. You understand? The Lord have deprived them of wisdom. You understand? Neither hath he imparted to her understanding. You understand? So these women that's out here doing these things, they believe they supposed to be equal to a man. They believe that they supposed to, the thing's supposed to go their way, and they supposed to be, they gonna argue with their man. A woman who don't listen to her man, who don't respect her man, who don't honor her man. Listen, man. Lord say he deprived them of wisdom. That's a woman without wisdom. You understand? Because here's the thing. The scripture says a wise woman buildeth her house, and a foolish woman plucketh it down with her own hands. You understand? Matter of fact, we're going to pull that. We're going to pull that and read it. It's in Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. We're going to go to Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. Proverbs 14, verse 1 says, every wise woman buildeth her house. And here's the thing, man. If you got a man, you better be building up that man. You understand? Be like the woman in Proverbs. You understand? The virtuous woman. You understand? Who fattened the bones of her husband. You understand? You better strengthen that man. You understand? Give that man some strength, man. You know what I mean? See, I'm a Gadite. And see, us Gadites, back in our history, you understand? Oftentimes, we used to wake up in the morning and go hunting. You understand? We used to wake up in the morning and go hunting. And let me tell you something. We know we got a good woman taking care of us at home. Man, we wake up in the morning and we be ready to hunt, bring back a whole buffalo. You understand? By ourselves. You understand? But if our women ain't about nothing, what good is a whole buffalo if she don't even know how to cook a deer? You know what I mean? What good is all this? You understand? What good is that? I might as well, you know what I mean? You got to build your house, man. If you're a wise woman, you should invest in your man. You understand? You should build your man, feed your man. You understand? Strengthen your man. You understand? We wake up sometimes and feel weak too. You understand? Just give us words of encouragement. The whole world against us. Why we got to come home and go to war with you? You understand? Build your house, man. If you wise, you would strengthen your husband. You understand? You would go out your way to be honorable to him, to give him more confirmation, to know that he ain't got to worry about you stepping out. You understand? You should go out your way to let your husband know that he can trust you 1,000,000,000%. You should go out your way to do that because that builds your man. That builds your man. That's an investment. You understand? I'm going to tell you something. As a black woman, the greatest weapon that you could ever have in life is a strong husband. And any woman with a strong husband can attend to that. The best weapon that you could ever have in life is a strong husband. You understand? That's the best weapon you could ever have. Because a strong husband gonna serve the Lord. And in that day where he has to use a weapon to defend his family, the Lord gonna be with him. You understand? It's the greatest weapon you can have, black woman. You cut that off, man, you butt naked. that's what the gangsters say. When they ain't got no gun, they say they butt naked. You understand? When they ain't got no heat, they out here on the street, they butt naked. Somebody running with the chopper, hey, I ain't got nothing for you. That don't matter. It's chopper time. You understand? So if you're a wise woman, you understand, you're going to build your house, man. You're going to do things to invest in your home. Make it your home a stronger unit. You understand? Salakia says, but the foolish, the dummies, the dum-dums. But the foolish woman plucketh it down with her own hands. This sister in Atlanta, Salakia, I done lost the article. This sister in Atlanta, she plucked her own house down with her own hands. Now she's gonna have to go to prison and sit in the, and I feel for this sister too. You understand? I have pain in my heart for this brother and this sister, because this sister is gonna have to sit in prison without her baby. Her baby is gone. You understand? She's gonna sit in prison knowing that her innocent baby girl is dead, and that she's the one that killed her baby girl. She did it. She's going to prison and is going to be treated like garbage. Meanwhile, facing the whole time that she is the one who killed her baby girl. And then all the other inmates in there, they're going to come down on her, because in prisons, they don't take kindly to crimes against children. You understand? They in some prisons, they kill you for that. So she is going to have to, she has got way more coming down the line, and I can only imagine. You understand how she's going to feel, and how the father going to feel. You understand how the baby's father going to feel, knowing that his child is gone and it's at the hands of his own baby mama. Knowing that he just held his baby girl in his hands. He just picked her up and set the 3-month-old in the car. And here she come playing. Ran her car into mine. You understand? I would never understand that right there. You understand? It says, every wise woman buildeth her house, But the foolish plucketh it down with her own hands. And guess what? The feminist movement, it don't teach you to be wise. It teaches you to be foolish. You understand? It teaches you to be foolish. Because, man, it's some women that in relationships with a brother just because the brother said he was going to come over last night and fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people that get, there's so many families that just split up over nothing. You understand? When really and truthfully, when you get it down to the nitty gritty, it's really because, you know, a lot of people break up because the other people, people just want to be whores and whoremongers. That's it. You understand? A lot of sisters will leave a man not because the man ain't doing nothing. She just want to be a hoe. She want to go out here hoeing in the street because all her friends hoeing. They living their best life. Meanwhile, she cooped up in the house, missing everything life got to offer. Then she go out here and throw her whole house away just to go out here and be a hoe like a homegirls and find out, well, damn, the grass ain't greener on the other side. You understand? So damn all that, man. In the UPK, we teach sisters to be wise, man. We teach sisters to be wise in the UPK, man. And the first thing we need to understand is that we need to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave us, man. That's what it boils down to. It boils down to these law, statutes, and commandments. Because here's the thing, man. Without the law, and we know better than the sister that just killed her whole family. We know better than them. We know better than the white man. Without the law, we know better. You understand? Without the law, we are always going to be slaves. And that's what we need to understand, man. Without the law, we are slaves in America. You understand? We are slaves. Because without the law, guess what? We selling dope. We selling crack cocaine without the law. We buying prostitutes without the law. You understand? We sleeping with white women without the law. You understand? But here's the thing, man. Sex, when you go out here and you have sex with somebody, that ain't just sex. That ain't just a one-time thing, hit it and quit it. You understand? It's not something that you wait until you get married to do. Now, sex is marriage. When you have sex with somebody, that is marriage. That's marriage according to the law. You understand? Now think about that one law. If sex is marriage, think about the first person you had sex with. The very first person you had sex with. If you're a woman and you are not still with the very first person you had sex with, and you done been with other men since then, guess what? You broke that law. You done broke it. You're an adulteress, and you deserve to die for it. As a black man, sex is marriage. You understand? How many times you done destroyed sisters? How many sisters we done destroyed in our lives? You understand? We deserve to die for it, man. But yet we still here. We're still alive, man. And the reason why we're still alive is because of that grace. You understand? That grace. And that grace is like a grace period. Like you know how when you late on the rent, you need an extra week to pay the rent. You understand? You got a grace period. You understand? So that grace period, eventually, if you ain't paid that rent, there's an eviction notice that's going to be on that door. You understand? So guess what? There's a grace period for you to get these laws in order. Get yourself in order. You understand? Because when that grace period ends, brothers, sisters, it's going to be execution time. Ain't going to be no turn to Deuteronomy 22:28. Ain't going to be none of that. It's going to be, oh, you did what? All right, no sweat. Brother, your sword sharp over there. That sword sharp enough over there. All right, no sweat. Sis, can you go lay down on that log over there real quick? Baba Shop. That's how you're going to learn the law. By getting your head chopped off. You understand? So, the grace period comes to an end. So here's the thing, right? You go to Deuteronomy 22:28. You understand? That's one scripture you can go to where you can see that, you know, when you have sex with a woman, you understand that sex that you're having is actually marriage. You understand? We're going to read it. Hold on, give me 1 second. Deuteronomy 22:28. It says, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. So here's the deal, right? We're going to break that scripture down. And I'm going to break it down because, you know, there's some people out here, you know, I ain't going to say no names or point no fingers, but we all know who they are. But there are some people out here who actually believe that it is okay to rape a woman. Well, I'm going to tell you something. That is absolutely not okay. In fact, rape is the same thing as murder according to the Bible. And guess what? You can guess what the judgment is for murder and figure out what the judgment is for rape. You rape somebody in Israel, it's going to cost you your life. You understand? So anybody out here teaching that rape is lawful according to the Bible, you understand? Then that person is teaching you something that is going to cost you your life in the kingdom of heaven. You come up in the kingdom raping all you want, and I'm going to tell you something. I will be the one to come find you. I will pray that I get the order to come find you. Lord, allow I make it into the kingdom. You understand? So verse 28 says, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin. So if a man finds a woman that is a virgin, you understand? Virgin, remember, a virgin meaning a young woman of marriageable age. She around that age where she nice and tight and right. You understand? Which is not betrothed. I mean, she ain't got nobody. She ain't got no man. She ain't engaged to nobody. She ain't promised to nobody. She ain't courting nobody. You know what I mean? We'll fast forward, put it in modern day terms. She's singling and mingling. You know what I mean? She's single. You understand? Ready to mingle. You understand? Which is not betrothed, and you lay hold on her. What does that mean? Somebody in the class, explain to me what it means to lay hold on her. Because oftentimes this is where the confusion gets implemented. It was, what does it mean to lay hold on her? Somebody break that down for me. Baba Kasha. What does it mean to lay hold on her? Somebody break it on down for a priest. Kazak Shapar says, have force rape her. That is not what it means to lay hold on a woman. See, Labaya says, so like if I may, to guide, to grasp. To guide is close. To grasp, la'ah. Ashan says force. Good night. Are y'all in the UPK or are you in GMS? That is not what this scripture means. To lay hold on a woman. To guide is the closest thing to the answer, the correct answer. Labaya is almost right, but that grasp part, we ain't laid hands on it yet. You understand? Not yet. You understand? Not force. This is wrong. Kazak Shapar Labaya almost. Ashan We're not forcing anything. To lay hold on a woman has nothing to do with forcing her to do anything. Anybody else want to try? Anybody else want to give it an old crack? Give it a good old swing. Don't be Tony Wilson. Who is Tony Wilson? Tony Wilson has it. Is on it. That is it right there. In a nutshell. Sean, that is I'll take that one. When you lay hold on a woman, to lay hold on her means to seduce her. Meaning you talking that lingo, bought a couple drinks, and now her mind is on you. You understand? Her mind is on you. You done laid hold on her. She ready when you ready. Like, yeah, just let me know when you ready. I'm ready when you ready. You know what I mean? You done been to the club. You done ran game. You done been in the world. Been spitting and sisters in the club. And you can tell that she ready to go when you ready to go. That's what it means to lay hold on a woman. It don't mean to rape nobody. It means to run that game on her. Right, because Ashapar says the gamer, yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? The reason why I say to guide, Labaya, just to clarify, the reason why I say you was almost on when you said to guide is because the proper definition of seduce means to lead astray. So it's like you're leading them down a pathway of whatever you want them to meet at the end of the pathway. You understand? So it's like to lead them astray from where they were going. Like you was going to the Waffle House with your friends, but now you going to the Fairfield with a priest or, Salaki. It'll be wise to get counsel before you marry a sister. You understand? Don't just go pick a sister up at the club. You know what I mean? Don't do that. You understand? But that's what that means. And lay hold on her. All right? So it says, if a man finds a damsel that is a virgin, you meet her, saying, what's up, girl? You looking good, baby? You got a man? Nah, she ain't got no man. Oh, okay. So she's a virgin. and she is not betrothed, right? And now you running your game, all right? You know, you talking to her, finding out what she about, what she like to drink. You know, she feeling you feeling her. Next thing you know, you done mess around and lay hold on her, right? And then you take her to the hotel and then you lie with her. You understand? And lie with her. And they be found. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver. Now, why are you giving him 50 shekels of silver? You understand? Is he pimping his daughter out? Is that what's going on? Like every time somebody hits your daughter, they got to bring you $50. There you go, bro. My bad, man. You know what I mean? You know she was out there with their skirt on, man. I'm sorry, man. Is that what's going on? You understand? If that's the case, brothers would be rich in the hood nowadays. You know, because hoeing is at an all-time high, especially with the OnlyFans and Instagram. And why are we paying? Why are we giving her father 50 shekels of silver? Somebody help me out with that. What's the deal with that? This pimping, is this what's going on here? Or is this something else? Anybody can take a crack at it, man. You understand? If you're wrong, you're wrong. Let's see. Tony West says, no, that's your wife. She belongs to you now. All right, I'm not really sure what you mean. You correct, you know. You take her home and you smack her down, you know. She your wife now. Till you die. Till you die. Ain't no breakup. Breakups is unlawful. Brothers, if you sleep with a woman, you put rod in her. That is your headache for the rest of your life. You understand? Unless she whores on you. That is your Salakia, sisters. I ain't mean to call y'all headaches. You know what I mean? I ain't mean to be, you know, I ain't mean to call y'all some headaches, but you know, hold on, it's like if I may. You taking his daughter from the father, he may have fees like Jacob. Okay. Yeah, okay, now I get you. Dowry. So that'd be like her dowry. Okay, yeah, correct. So Kazakh Shapar and Labaya, you know, y'all are on it. See, back in these days, back in the old days, you used to have a dowry that you would pay to the father to marry his daughter. You understand? See, the honorable way to go about marrying a sister would be to go to her father and request permission to court his daughter. And then he would give you permission to do so. You understand? Man, I tell you what, man. If I had some daughters, ain't nobody courting mine. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna have to get counsel on that one. If that day ever come, I'm like, la. Like, la. Ain't going down. Let's see. You got to pay the father for exchange for the father. Yeah. So back then, you know, because that was the honorable way to do things, this would be sort of a dishonorable way to do it. Not necessarily dishonorable, but it's a way that's not, you know, ain't nobody taking wedding photos. You know what I mean? Ain't no wedding, ain't no photos, ain't no big ceremony. You just belong to him now. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, with everything being arranged, you know, everybody making plans, everybody gonna be there, everybody gonna have they garments on to see they family members get married off. You know, it's a beautiful thing when it's done the honorable way. when it's done a dishonorable way, it happened. It is what it is, Congratulations. Shalom. You know what I mean? So, this is more so the way that doesn't get as much glory as the other way, if that makes sense. So this way, it's kind of like the slime ball way of getting the red. You know what I mean? Which, today's day and age, that's kind of how you got to be. There's no choice, you know what I mean? Because we don't necessarily have the kind of wealth that we had. We don't necessarily have the kind of wealth that we had when we were in our own land. When we were in our own land, we had flocks of sheep, flocks of cows, land, crops, gold, silver, oils. We had all type of wealth and health. Now, we both live in the same section. We both live in the same projects. What I got, I can't give you nothing. You know what I mean? I can't even let you borrow my car because you ain't got no license. You know what I'm saying? So, in this day and age, we're in poverty. So we don't have the ability to pay those dowries and things like that. So we're gonna read on. It says, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife. So there you go. You smacked her up. That's your old lady. You smacked her up. You understand? You didn't clap them cheeks. Now that's your headache for the rest of your life. Deal with it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It ain't that big of a deal. You understand? You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. That's what the Lord set up. You smack her down. You know what I mean? Then you ride it out. You know what I mean? You don't throw her away like a piece of garbage. You understand? What are we, the heathens? The white man, that's the divorce. That's the other nations. Other nations, they believe in divorce. You understand? Our oppressor, he believes in divorce. You understand? The Chinese man, he believes in divorce. You understand? All that divorce breaking up, that's the other nation's culture. In our culture, we honor each other. We honor our brothers and sisters. We honor our fathers and our mothers. In our culture, we don't break up. You understand? In our culture, you know what I mean? We smack you down. We with you to the end. You understand? And some sisters, man, I'm telling you, be careful, man, some of these sisters, man, because some of these sisters do not understand. You understand? Like, it's they push you to the limit to try to actually push you out the house. And then they end up finding out, man, this man is like a stone. This man is taking this headache and be like, is there anything else, sis? All right, shalom. You understand? So, as men, we need to be like stones. You understand? We don't need to be getting emotional, you understand, when it comes to dealing with our wives, man. Getting all bent out of shape. Like, that's some, excuse my language, but that's some bitch ass shit to be bent out of shape about something a woman did or said. You understand? And in my past, I've been a victim of it too. You understand? That's why I thank the Lord for the ISUPK, man. ISUPK made me a stone in relationships. I ain't going. You can be a bigger headache as you want to. No sweat. I know how to, cause a few headaches my damn self. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Yeah, and in actuality, It actually gives them a bigger headache to know that you ain't going nowhere in some cases. You understand? Sometimes that's what a woman need to know. That you ain't going nowhere. You understand? You're not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. You understand? I smacked you down. Hell, I might even regret it smacking you down. But I ain't going nowhere. You understand? Because in my culture, in the Israelite culture, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we don't know what divorce is. That don't exist in our culture. You understand? I'm gonna read on. And she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. Now, what does that mean? He may not put her away all his days. What does that mean? He done met her at the club, bought her a couple drinks, smacked her down, you understand, paid the dowry. Now that's his wife. Now, what does that mean? He shall not put her away all his days. What does that mean? Somebody break it down for me. What does that mean? He may not put her away all his days. Somebody break that down for me. Somebody break it down. Somebody. Just type me something in, man. If you're wrong, so like it. All right, Labaya, yeah, you got it, but I'm looking for a little bit more. No divorce. Yeah, y'all got it. I'm looking for a little bit more. Read the verse if you're following along. Read the verse and see what I'm emphasizing. We know that we're not supposed to divorce, but what am I emphasizing? There you go. Kazashapar, you got it. Meaning that's our woman for life. Wow, we're not getting rid of Levaya. We ain't getting rid of nobody in the UPK. Because Ashapar he's on it. Because Ashapar says with her for life. That's the part that I was emphasizing. For life. For life. You see that movie Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence? When that judge was up there on that gavel and he said, life! What the hell you mean life? You understand? That's what we're talking about. Life. For life. You are tied to that woman. You are that woman's husband till you die. Whether you like it or not. If she pop up at the crib, hey, oh, no sweat. She with you till you die. You understand? She with you till you die. You understand? That's what it is. And that's the point I was trying to get to. Is that when it comes to these marriages, according to the Lord, there is no such thing as divorce. You understand? You know how that thing, when they talk about till death do us part, that's your divorce right there. That's your breakup. When somebody die. You understand? We got any other questions in the room? Any questions in the room? All right, while y'all thinking on that, we're going to go to Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. We'll go to Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4, and it reads, it says, marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. You understand? So it says marriage is honorable in all. Marriage is honorable in all, man. You understand? It's a good thing to be married, man. It's a good thing to clap cheeks. It's a good thing, man. It's an honorable thing. You understand? The Christian church like to look at it as a dishonorable thing. They think clapping cheeks is bad. They thinking, because they think it's a sin to clap cheeks. Even if you in a dedicated relationship, they look at it as bad. And the Lord said marriage is honorable in all. You understand? Clapping cheeks is an honorable thing. You understand? It says, and the bed undefiled. You understand? When you clapping them cheeks with your woman, man, your bed is undefiled, man. You understand? It says, but whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge. You understand? So if you're in a relationship, man, you riding it out, man. You got you a husband or a man, boyfriend, whatever you want to call it. According to the Lord, that's your husband. You know what I mean? Guess what, man? Congratulations. Marriage is honorable and all, and your bed is undefiled. You understand? But guess what? Your boy that's out here dirty sticking half the girls in the town, throwing them away left and right. You understand? Or your girl who just jumping from rod to rod to rod, from man to man to man. Those are the ones that God is going to judge. You understand? God is going to judge them. You understand? But if you're in a dedicated relationship, man, that's an honorable thing, man. Keep up the good work. Make some babies. You understand? Make some babies, man. And I'm gonna pull one more scripture before we wrap up the class. All right, so this is a scripture. This is kind of just to reinforce that sex is marriage. You understand? Ain't no ceremony. Ain't no none of that, man. That's not what a marriage is. Marriage ain't about the wedding ring and the white dress and all that mumbo jumbo. That ain't a marriage, man. So, you understand? See, back during slavery, they didn't even allow slaves to get married. They get legally married. You understand? That's why they had that custom jumping the broom. That's how slaves used to get married. They used to jump the broom. You understand? So, here's the thing. Genesis chapter 24, verse 67. And it reads, it says, and Isaac brought her into his mother's tent and took Rebekah. What that mean? It says, and took Rebekah. It says, and Isaac, he didn't take her into the tent. He already brought her into the tent. You understand? It says, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent. So Rebekah is in the tent. Then he took her. He took Rebekah. He took that thing. You understand? And guess what? After he took it, she became his wife. And it don't mean like take as in, this ain't GMS, so there ain't no raping going on. He didn't rape her. Because if you read this actual story, Rebekah was comforting Isaac after the death of his mother. You understand? He was comforting Isaac after the death of his mother. Just think about how a black man feel when his mama died, man. I've never lost a mother, but I can only imagine, man. It's like your whole heart just get ripped out. seeing having your mother pass away. You know what I mean? And so that hurts a man, as far as what I can tell, what I can see. And so Rebecca was right there. Boony, boony, boom, making sure he was good, man. Hugging him up, rubbing him, letting him know everything gonna be okay. You understand? So she was right there to, to tend to his wounds. You know what I mean? So she was already playing her position. She was already playing her role, man. And you know what? And it moved Isaac to go ahead and just crack them cheeks. And that's exactly what he did. He clapped them cheeks. That's what it means when they say it took Rebecca. You understand? And she became his wife. And guess what? And he loved her. And Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. You understand? They didn't have no marriage. They didn't have no ceremony. She didn't have on no white dress. He didn't get her no wedding ring. They ain't signed no piece of paper. He didn't rape her. You understand? Opportunity presented itself, and he clapped them cheeks. You understand? And there you have it. You understand? Sex is marriage according to God, man. We need to start keeping these black families together. You understand? All right, with that. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3 verses 8 through 10, means tenth in Hebrew, ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Be the memorial blowing of trumpets, which is the first day of the 7th month, which is Thursday, September 17th, 2020. Found in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. Akim Akwakim, reminder to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, and war scarf. And with that, shalom.